Hello everyone, this is Red Tree Tarot with a pick a card reading for you today. And this reading is timeless, so anytime that you come into it, you can find some message. However, today is the 8th of August and it's a really important day vibrationally speaking. So, the reading is about why am I feeling this way? What is happening at the energetic level on 8th August 2020? However, you can find this message at any other time and it's going to help you. So let's begin. So this is a little piece of driftwood. Just breathing into your heart and feeling that energy. And this is fluorite. And breathing into your heart again and see if this rock calls out to you. The third one is Aragonite. Breathing into your heart and seeing if this energy appeals to you. And you can pick a card intuitively as well, just going from the left to the right, 1, 2, and 3. So take a deep breath, and I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Let's take a deep inhale and let's pile number 1. When I connect with your energy, I feel that there are some emotions or heaviness around the throat and heart chakra. And let's see what the cards have to say. So we have, Eight of Wands, 5 of Cups, Hanged Man, and Star. And I'm going to read the tarot cards first. Okay, so right away we can see that there is a lot of movement and energy. Maybe you've been watching the news a lot, been getting a lot of messages from someone or about some issue. And as you read those messages, or maybe you've sent them to someone, so this is about fast moving energy, lots of action going nowhere. Sometimes that can mean things we've said or done that were up in the air that didn't actually lead to any results. And it's very compelling energy. And sometimes, like watching the news feed on your Facebook, watching the news feed on your TV can give you that fast moving energy. Lots of news, there's a lot of agitation, excitement, but it doesn't seem to go anywhere. See how they're sort of still in the air. Things did not complete. And there is a sense of regret. And you may be looking at these 3 cups that have fallen down and spilled, and it's like, as I feel this energy, it's a sense of so much regret. Maybe something ended, or you found out something that really disappointed you, and even though you talked about it or there was some communication, it didn't lead to a resolution. You weren't able to let it go and turn to something else. Instead, what's happening is that you may be unable to see the good in the situation. Your back is turned towards what could be possibly bright and still full, something that could make you happy. Because the stuff that kind of spilled away was quite intense and quite important to you. So it's a sense of not feeling satisfied, feeling very disappointed, because it looks like the communication just made you feel actually worse and didn't actually help you feel better. So that's the energy here. And then the energy that I'm seeing here is a sense of just hanging in there, but it's reversed. So usually when this card is like this, it's the interpretation is that somebody is waiting for something in a very uncomfortable way. So, the good part of whatever happened is that you're no longer waiting for anything to happen. You actually flipped over, you took a stand, even though it was an uncomfortable stand. It was a stand on one leg, meaning that you didn't know the whole story, but you somehow trusted that one leg and you took a stand based on that. So, it looks like there was a lack of closure, a lack of conclusion, lack of being able to see eye to eye, but based on what you felt, which was the spilling of these three cups here. So, these three cups here, you took a stand and you took matters into your own hand, and you just sort of said, okay, I'm not going to hang around waiting for this to go somewhere. I'm just going to say this is not okay with me, the spilling of these three cups, meaning that this kind of behavior, this kind of, grief that this situation was giving you is not okay, and I'm just going to move on and I'm going to stop waiting for things to change or for somebody to learn, somebody to understand your point of view. And so, what that meant is that you had to put your faith in a higher power. You had to turn the your way to turn on your way to something that was very distant. You had to trust that distant star rather than what you had in your hand. So the proverb is a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, but it looks like you're feeling this way because you said, those to that bird in the hand is actually not worth it for you. So what the offer was, or what the communication was not worth it for you. So you sort of stopped waiting and being patient and waiting for things to change. Instead, you sort of turned around and said, I let this go and I'm waiting for that other bright star, something better than this, something that is not yet in your life, but something you're hoping. So you took the path of hope that it's all going to work out in the end and there's going to be something better for you. So this can mean like saying no to a job offer. This can mean saying no to a relationship offer that wasn't completely fulfilling for you, and trusting and having faith that there is something better down the road for you, that would satisfy you fully, instead of feeling you little, making you feel a little disappointed and not feeling emotionally fulfilled. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like you just didn't feel emotionally fulfilled and you couldn't keep waiting around to start feeling that way. Now let's see, pile number one, the driftwood, what message the Monology cards have for you. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, the second card is prosperity lies ahead. That's really nice. And emotions are running high. Okay, so this is something that we kind of knew, right? This is a reading about why you're feeling this way. So this is telling me that these emotions that you're feeling of regret and disappointment and wonder if I did the right thing and the self-doubt is because you're feeling emotional because of the energies right now in the collective, because of the astrological positioning of the planets right now. So this is actually a passing phase and you're going to be feeling a lot better. These are emotions that are going to subside on their own. So there is that influence of the world around you, or the planets around you right now as well. If you've been feeling a wee bit insecure, not sure if a path you've taken, because this also indicates that you put all your energies in something that was of more vibrationally of a higher quality, a more spiritual quality, then waiting around for this to become real, or more emotionally compelling. This means that you're on the right path. So if you recently decided on a new job, taking a course of some kind, or have a vision for where you'd like to go, this seems like you will find some security and prosperity on that road. So that's a really good sign. And the reason you're feeling this way is because you're trusting a higher power and you're sort of really staying to your true to your vision of what you want actually. So sometimes you can feel a little uncomfortable to kind of trust in a vision that's not yet real, but this says something about security and having your needs met and something quite solid, you know. So it looks like something solid and stable is coming your way because, you know, see how there isn't any pentacle. So maybe there was nothing concrete in this offer. It was a hope, it was a lot of talk, maybe, and there wasn't that concreteness and stability that you really want. So you kind of went on another path altogether, and now you're getting the divine guidance that you're on the right track. And now the energy is gaining momentum, meaning that you may have been taking some actions towards your goals, but you haven't seen any results yet. But this is telling me that you're going to see concrete results. They're at the initial stages though, so it's vague and ambiguous right now. But if you keep at it for a while, you're going to see the results, the completion. So right now the moon is sort of really like a crescent, and then it becomes quite full and intense. So if you've been doing something, you know, of a business nature, or you're been doing something like a passion project, or something like that, it's going to bear results. If this is about a relationship, then it looks like your relationship is going to eventually manifest something that's more concrete and real. It will manifest. So I'm now going to put these cards away. And let's take pile number 2. So let's clear the energies of the previous cards. I'd like you to take a deep breath. Pile number 2. Okay, so pile number 2. Pile number 2. Straight away when I see these cards, I actually see, let's put these oracle cards here. What I see right away when I see these cards is that you're not being able to see clearly. You may be finding it hard to sleep at night. You may be waking up at night sometimes, unable to see clearly where to go. You want to get results in the long run. You want to know what to invest in, but you're not getting that clarity. You've been thinking a lot. You want to talk a lot. You may be looking at people and what they're doing. You may have told your truth, or you may be thinking about speaking your truth, or you know, confronting somebody. You may feel like, you know, somebody may be watching you. So it's like a feeling of watching and waiting as I see this. A feeling of stress while you're watching and waiting for something that makes sense to you in the long run. It could be a more of a this could be an energy of somebody who's kind of watching you as well. So it may not be you watching them, it could be them watching you. And whoever it is very stuck. They're very scared. They are not able to break through right now. They're not able to actually confront you. They want to say something, but they stop. Say something, but they stop. And they're looking at the past, like it's almost as if they're looking at the darkness of the past, or the lack of clarity of the past, and they want to say something and they can't. So it could be that they're not sure how to proceed with you. So you may be feeling this way is because you may be picking up on some of this stuff that, you know, how do they feel? How do they really feel about me? It's not clear to you. And you're wondering if there is any potential in this situation. It's kind of dark and hazy. You don't really know them. This could also be an online connection. And there's a sense of like being a little bit frozen, not wanting to say something, but watching and waiting. So that's the feeling I get with this. Let's see what the Monology cards have to say. Okay. All right. Now, straight away, I can see that you need to have some faith in what you are dreaming. So, if you've been having vivid dreams, and if your intuition has been saying something, but you've been sort of repressing it, or you're like, I don't know if I can trust this. This is saying if you've been having a dream about this person, or they may be having a dream about you, but right now they just don't have the courage to connect with you, contact you, or maybe you don't have the courage to go and talk to them. So the reason why you're feeling this way is because there is something hidden from view, and it could be that the other person feels very, very proud, and there's a lot of pride in the way. They're really scared of actually talking to you, and they're kind of watching you, but they're too scared to actually approach you because their ego might get hurt. So they may be in their ego right now, and that's the reason why you're sort of picking up their energy, and you're wondering, am I really picking, is that really true, am I really dreaming this? And are they really thinking of me? You may have had a dream about them, kind of thinking of a long-term future with you, or sometimes you wonder if things could work out between you. And then we're seeing that because of the Page of Swords here and the amount of fear that's actually in this connection, it seems like a fiery climax approaches, meaning that you may be feeling like you really want to tell them what's going on for you, and you really want to connect with them and talk to them, and they may actually have the same sort of feeling, like they want to connect with you and they want to talk to you, but they're sort of like too proud to do so. And there's this block. There's a block is the fear. So for this one, I really think, because of the fluorite coming out here, is that fluorite may be the rock to use, so that the stress that this is causing you, maybe you had a dream about them and now there's a lot of stress around it, is to take a moment to just calm down your nervous system, do something that actually helps you relax, so that whenever you have this conversation with them, there is a some clarity, and something positive can come out of it. So this is the message for pile number 2. It seems that your intuition is correct. You're feeling this way because you are in fact being watched, and or you're actually thinking about someone a lot. So either of the two. So either somebody's thinking about you a lot, or watching you in the sense that they're watching a lot of YouTube videos about readings, or you are. Okay, so pile number 3 coming up. Okay, so pile number 3, let's find what's happening with pile number 3. Put the oracle cards here. Okay. It looks like pile number 3 with the Aragonite. It's feeling like there is a cycle in your life about perhaps being attracted to things or people where there is a lot of competition. So maybe the person you're attracted to is interested in someone else, or you're suspecting that they're interested in someone else, and there is a quality of conflict in here. You may be wondering if this person is right for you or not. There is a little bit of a standoff kind of an energy. You may have had words with them. You may have disagreements in your perspective, points of view, or politics. And so it's kind of blinding you, and your heart isn't quite open to this connection. You you feel something, and it could be somebody who's come back into your life or keeps coming back into your life, or this could be a cycle in your relationships. Why you're feeling this way is because your heart is saying no. Your heart is not open to them, because there's usually some conflict or struggle, with them. And so your heart doesn't want it. So you're feeling this way is because you somehow feel like you don't know the whole story, you don't know the whole truth. Um, not sure, it's almost like as if you're not completely sure if you can trust them. And so this is why you're feeling this way. Now let's see what this is like. Okay, time to give rather than take. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, now this is about how what you put out comes back to you. So if you've been, really wondering if you should, give more to this situation or more to this person, um, this is saying no. Just be a little bit more careful, because you want the people you really love in your life, maybe their family, maybe their children, somehow feeling children, you'd like them to be safe. And so that means that when you're feeling like this, it's just not very healthy for them if you're not feeling safe and secure in the connection. So if it's you, then it's about, it seems like you're giving a lot to the situation, giving a lot to these people, but you're not yourself feeling safe and secure in a position to give to them. So it's kind of draining you out, which is why your heart is saying no. And then it seems like if you've not been sure about things, like you're not sure if what you're seeing is clear or real, this is saying that this issue is going to come to a resolution soon. And it looks like there could be a complete change in the paradigm. So if you've been giving a lot to them, this may flip around and it may be your turn. And it's almost saying that this person cares for you, this person loves you, and to believe that you are worthy of this, of worthy of having their attention, time, resources to be given to, and that you're worth that love, you're worth that connection. Now, for those of you who are sort of wondering if it's worth your while, if this is a third party connection or multiple people involved here, this is saying that to trust your heart, trust what your heart is saying to you, and you may actually connect with your heart and just ask, just ask, put a hand over your heart chakra and just ask, is this something I should give more of my time or energy to? And the answer is going to be apparent to you, and you are going to find security and a sense of closure or conclusion in this situation. So this is the reading for pile number 3. Do let me know how this was for you. I'd love to hear your comments. Okay, and you can subscribe, like, share for other people who might benefit. Okay, thank you. Bye now.